So the big question now is, did the 10-minute intermission cool off the hot Rainbow Wahine?
I think that's the essential question, because it's now a 2 out of 3 match. Pivotal, game 3 looming. Serving will be Mason. Mason just tickles the twine. Geisen, Carico, and then a big block by Gregory. Mason serving again. Dug up by Geisen. Carico. And getting the ball across with Seelhammer. Away with the advantage. Here's Houston, and that's off Seelhammer.
Kanoe, on the other hand, pretty much gets it there every time.
Ball goes long off of Mason. Service error. Couture serving. Dug up by Duggan. Kamana'o, net violation. Junior College Player of the Year at Southern Idaho. Serves Mason. Kamana'o. Here's Houston. That's off the block in the back row. Geisen. Seelhammer. And a double hit on Seelhammer. I'll tell you what that was. The crowd called that before the official did. He's still upset. Carico. And a big block again, that time by Houston.
4 of those in a row, remember.
Houston, that time blocking Bishop. Carico goes outside to Copenhagen, that's blocked in the air. And that ball is chased down by Duggins to Mason. Houston gets it across. Advantage USC. Carico sets up Copenhagen, pushes it. That ball popped in the air. Houston gets it across double-handed. Couture, and then Carico gets it down. Bishop serving, dug up by Mason. Kamana'o goes cross-court, Houston double block, and right there is Geisen. Carico goes outside to Copenhagen, that's off the block. Mason is there to Kamana'o, overpass, and that ball is pushed down by Copenhagen. The USA line drives it over. Lee, Kamana'o setting up Mason, coming down the middle. She hits it off Couture. Serving 4, Kamana'o gets it across. Step out, and that is Johansson, hits it off Houston.
Slash Big West.
Serving Copenhagen. Here's Kaufman, didn't get a good hit that time. And then the hit over by Johansson. Line drives it over. And an overpass. Right there is Johansson. Hawaii having trouble with their passing again.
Poor passing.
Into the net that time by Copenhagen. And in game 3, match tied at 1 game apiece. And Houston hits it wide. Carico left hands it over. Houston guides it to Kamana'o, back set. Kaufman not a big hit again. Carico, Copenhagen, ball is hit over by Geisen, that knocks over Lee, but she's able to pop it up to Houston. Outside it goes to Mason. Advantage now USC. Seelhammer, Carico, the ball is hit over by Couture, and then returned by Kamana'o, overpass, and hit down by Couture.
There's no approach.
Carico serves again. Lee into the net, saved by Kamana'o. Getting the ball across is Mason. Seelhammer, Carico, ball is hit by Geisen. And Sanders able to block it. Sanders with an over-the-shoulder look that time. I don't think that was appreciated. Lee line drives it. Copenhagen to Carico. Ball is hit over by Couture. There's Mason. Kamana'o gives it back to her. Mason hits it deep and long. Bishop has come into the front row for Southern California. Lee to Kamana'o. Here's Mason. Double block is up. That's off the double block. Right there is Geisen. And then Bishop.
He's got to use one of his timeouts.
Lee to Kamana'o. Cross court. Mason. That goes off the block. Seelhammer is there. Carico goes to Geisen. That's dug up by Houston. Waiting. Kamana'o to Gregory. Seelhammer. Carico. Little roll shot and in that time by Couture. And so Hawaii is up against it now. They do not want this 3rd game to get away. You look at Victoria Prince and the former coach Charlie Wade, now head coach of the University of Pacific. 12 serving 7. Gets it across. That ball is shanked by Houston. That's an ace. Houston is yanked. She will sit down for a while. Wolford has come in. Wolford from her knees to Kamana'o. Gregory, that goes off the block. Seelhammer is there. Carico goes outside to Geisen. Seelhammer serving down the middle. Wolford, Kamana'o. Here's Mason. That's off the block. Seelhammer. One hands it over, but out. Duggins has come in, and she will serve. Seelhammer. Carico setting up Geisen. That's off the block and out.
Here, ankle the next.
Into the net. Serving is Mason. Dug up by Seelhammer. Carico goes to Couture, and she just rips it off Mason. Serving again is Couture. Dug up by Duggins. Outside it goes to Gregory. That'll be returned. Copenhagen almost knocked over Duggins. Here's Gregory serving. Sealhammer, chased down by Carico to Copenhagen. That's dug up by Mason. Coming out goes to Houston. And Houston is back. A ball dug up by Sealhammer, waiting. Carico goes cross court to Copenhagen. That's off the block and returned. Kachor, Carico, Copenhagen again. Yes. Bishop. Houston. Bishop is there. Carico goes to Copenhagen. She hits it in. Serving again is Bishop. Dug up and overpassed. Ball hit over by Johansson. A ball dug up by Duggins. Kamana'o sets to Sanders, and waiting for Sanders was Johansson.
Time.
Ball is dug up by Mason. Here's Houston. Houston doesn't waste any time. Houston says, there's the ball, here I am. Oh, down the line and in. Kamana'o serving 12, serving 20. Gets it across. Geisen, Carico. Ball is hit by Kachor to Kamana'o to Lee, hit over by Mason. There's Geisen, little dink shot, and a lift called.
I rest people for game 4 now, or should we try another miraculous comeback?
Sanders serving again is Copenhagen, dug up by Mason. Kamana'o goes cross court, Houston out. Copenhagen continues to serve. Lee, Kamana'o, here's Houston. That's dug up by Kachor, chased down by Carico. Hit over by Geisen, there's Lee. To Kamana'o, little touch by Sanders. Great save by Geisen. Kamana'o Copenhagen double hands it across. Sanders hits it, dug up by Copenhagen. Kachor, that's blocked by Sanders. And that's chased down by Johansson. Carico goes outside, the ball is hit over by Geisen. Kamana'o sets up Houston. Houston almost knocks over Sealhammer. Copenhagen to Geisen, down the line, there's Kamana'o. Lee bumps it in the air for Mason. And that ball is dug up by Kachor. Almost stumbling after it that time was Carico. And the ball is hit wide by Geisen. Hawaii wins the long, long rally. Serving is Houston. Dug up by Sealhammer. Carico goes outside to Geisen. There's Mason, overpass. Advantage USC. Carico sets up Johansson. Big block by Mason. Taps it across. Dug up by Geisen. Joust at the net. That's saved by Sanders. Cross court it goes to Mason. Dug up by Sealhammer. Chased down by Carico. Back set. Ball is pushed over by Johansson. Lee to Kamana'o. Here's Houston. There is Kachor. And then Carico gets it across. Kamana'o to Thurlby. Hit by Sanders. Sealhammer. Carico. The ball is hit by Geisen and then saved by Kamana'o. The ball goes cross court to Mason. Here's Carico. Outside to Geisen. That's off the block. Kamana'o is there. Thurlby goes to Mason, rolls it over. Good rolling dig by Kachor, but she gets it outside the antenna on the return by Carico. Hawaii had to work very hard. Serving is Houston, and Houston hits the antenna. Carico to serve. Houston guides it to Kamana'o. Here's Mason. That ball, Sealhammer pops it in the air. Carico sets up Geisen, goes cross court and in. Hawaii down by 10. Houston to Kamana'o. There's Sanders dug up by Sealhammer. Kachor and Mason is there. Ball is set up to Geisen. That's off the block. Lee with a diving dig. Kamana'o sets up Mason. Mason goes cross court. There's Sealhammer, and we have a net violation on USC.
By Miss Lee.
17 serving 25. Lee serves. Carico outside Kachor. And let's see. That's a point for Hawaii. That ball was out. Serving again is Lee. Copenhagen to Geisen. Here's Kachor double-handing it over. Hawaii with the advantage. Gregory, Kamana'o. Mason had to lean back for that. There's Sealhammer. Carico sets up Geisen. That's off the block. Serving is Sealhammer. Gets it in. Lee guides it to Kamana'o to Gregory. Saved by Sealhammer. And a double hit called on Bishop. Duggins taps it over. There's Sealhammer. Carico back set for Bishop. And Bishop able to tickle the hands and get the ball down. Serving is Geisen. Lee to Kamana'o. Here's Mason. Yes, Mason. Mason able to tap the ball across. That ball is dug up by Kachor, Carico, and then Copenhagen. Daughter plays volleyball for USC. That's not bad. Houston. Oh, that knocked over Copenhagen. Copenhagen gets the ball across. Houston tries it again. That's blocked and in.
Second try, USC gets the winning block.
game point here. Houston off the block, and she'll pick up another kill. Houston with 17. Serving is Gregory. Carico goes to Copenhagen, and the third game goes into the Southern California column, 30-21.